Hey guys, Doe here, and today we'll be talking about another Dauntless exotic, except this time it's going to be the Hunger in Dauntless, which is the exotic sword that you get from either doing heroic patrols, dyadic drift, or just pursuing Shroud. So this sword is from Shroud, but if you do any of those three things that I just listed, you have a chance at getting it, because it is an RNG drop. The Hunger itself is a pretty unique sword because it actually has Life Drain and Life Steal. The Life Drain is activated once you press Q and activate Overdrive, and it'll keep going throughout that duration. So be smart about when you press this, because if you activate it and do nothing with it, you'll just keep losing health. And now the way you get health back or Life Steal is by doing damage. And you can increase this healing by stacking on damage cells or by using the cell Tough. Tough can increase your health, your health by up to 500, and it can also increase healing received by up to 50%. And that can get kind of wild whenever you're using the Hunger. Now the other part about the Hunger that's pretty unique is that its dash in Overdrive has an iframe. So this is pretty cool because it adds a bit of depth to a fight that you don't really get to experience with other swords, and I really wish that every sword had this, but only the Hunger does. And that's kind of why I like it, honestly. Like, just the life steal is pretty unique, and the iframe dash is also really cool. But that's how the Hunger works, and now I'm going to talk about the builds, which in this video I won't be naming every single piece in the build because I think it's a bit redundant. Instead, I'm just going to be talking about the most important pieces of the build. So why I chose certain things, and we're going to go from there. There are pretty much two builds in this video. The first build has your generic damage, and it also uses the Koshai Lantern, right? Now, when it comes to this build, the reason I like it is because if you're trying to go for a decent time while still playing the Hunger, this is a pretty good build to use if you want to also enjoy the fun factor of the Koshai Lantern, which, by the way, guys, I am starting to love the Koshai Lantern. I think the Koshai Lantern is one of the most fun lanterns in the game, especially with the sword, because you can use it in a couple different ways, right? So for one, the thing that I've been trying to do and have more fun with is I will be in overdrive and I'll Q away from the behemoth, roll forward, and then use the hold to cast, and that is a pretty almost perfect way to get the damage off from the lantern. Not that it does that much damage, it's just fun to do. And another big thing is if you're fighting a behemoth like Frostback Pangar, if it rolls away from you, like say you interrupt it when it's rolling away from you, you can be in overdrive, Q towards it, roll again, and then use our hold to cast on the Koshai Lantern, and that is a huge gap closer, and it saves you a ton of time, and it's just fun to do. I've been enjoying different fights with the Koshai Lantern, playing it on a lot of different behemoths, and I like it a lot. It's a really fun addition to this kind of build. The next build is one that pretty much amplifies the healing you receive when you're in overdrive because it has +5 tough, and that is just there because if you're trying to like go full potato on a hunt, you don't really have to worry about dying, because as long as you keep using your overdrive and if you keep using your instant cast on the Koshai Lantern, you're gonna keep getting life back, and you can pretty much autopilot, honestly, or you can just, you know, go ham, have fun, not worry about messing up too much. It's kind of like an easy win mode, TBH. This is a streamer weapon, okay? If you're a streamer, this is a good build for you. This is pretty much how you go full potato and don't die. So, you're welcome. Aside from stacking the pretty common damage cells such as Rage Hunter, Overpower, Predator, and Aether Hunter if you're playing against Rezakiri, the builds are a bit unique in the sense that they have +6 Molten and the Koshai Lantern, like I said before. So when it comes to +6 Molten, the reason I like this cell on the sword specifically is because it's consistent attack speed. You can maintain 100% uptime if you have +6. And that's good because when you're playing the sword, it's really a pain to interrupt if your attack speed keeps changing rapidly, right? Like if you have too much, it just becomes insanely hard for me as someone who doesn't play the sword all the time. So I like to just have a nice 20% increase to attack speed to just make it to where I can get more attacks in and have I would say a bit faster reaction to dodge, because you're not stuck in an animation as long because you have 20% increased attack speed, right? So that's kind of the explanation behind Molten, and that's pretty much all I have for the video, guys. So thank you for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. It helps other people see the video and it helps me out. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, leave a comment down below. I will answer them. And thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Just know, oh, one thing. Boris is coming on the 13th, so in 2 days, be ready. I will be streaming that probably with Revy, we'll see. But thank you for watching again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.